Without exaggeration, I have utterly and completely failed in every aspect of my life. And I don't just mean I feel a bit behind in life, I mean I have absolutely hit rock bottom. Physically, financially, mentally, socially, and emotionally, completely and utterly failed. So what does failure look like? Failure looks like this. This is me. This is what it looks like to fail so many times that you finally just give up on yourself, you give up trying, and you just stop caring about your appearance. I mean, look at me. I look so tired. The bags under my eyes are due to insomnia and severe sleep deprivation. I stopped shaving my hair, I stopped shaving my face, and what little hair I have left has grown out. My diet is absolutely terrible. I eat junk and snacks constantly. I have excess body fat, no muscle definition. I haven't worked out or done any exercise in well over a year. I have terrible posture, no flexibility. I'm physically weak, have terrible cardio, and I'm generally incapable. I don't feel healthy. I look awful. I'm unfit and exhausted. And it gets worse. Financially, I'm ruined. I'm currently unemployed. I'm absolutely flat broke. I've maybe make a couple $100 a month if I'm lucky. I'm in over $30,000 of crippling debt, and I don't own a house or a car. In fact, during COVID, we had to sell the car to pay for rent for this small apartment that gets no direct sunlight, has a busted floor, has a toilet that doesn't flush, and a window that can't even keep the noise or cold out. My only asset is a $180 EFT that I can't even close yet. I have absolutely $0 in savings. I had to empty my retirement fund again during COVID times to pay for food and debt repayments, so I now only have $3.76 to retire on, and we have to move from this apartment in about 4 to 6 weeks, which is going to cost thousands of dollars, and I don't have any income. So I guess the answer to that would be, get a job. Well, unfortunately, I'm unskilled. The financial services industry that I worked in for over 13 years has left me with absolutely no transferable skills to move to another industry. I can just about make a YouTube video like this, but that's really just from, online courses and practice on my other channel. It's not really going to get me a job. Socially, I'm not married, I have no kids. I've been a lone wolf since I was 18 because I was abandoned, left homeless. I've never really had a dad. I'm estranged from all but one family member. However, I do have a wonderful girlfriend who has stuck by me through all the ups and downs. But the caveat here, if that's the right word, is I'm not just failing myself with everything I'm listing, but because I'm not the best version of me I can be, I'm failing her as well. So I'm failing twice. I love socializing. I love being around people, joking, laughing, dancing, drinking. I always used to try and solve people's problems and help encourage them to achieve their goals. And I always used to make a point of checking in with people I hadn't heard from in a while, show them that I was thinking about them, but really, realistically, no one ever cared. And sadly, I've only been out to socialize 3 times in the last 3 years because I got no friends. I mean, well, that's not entirely true. I do have a small group of friends, like close friends, but they either live hours train journey away, live in completely another state, or they live in completely different country around the world. So suffice to say, I'm feeling pretty lonely these days. But realistically, even if I did have a friend that did want to catch up, I'm so broke that I can't even afford to buy a beer or get to a pub. And my self-esteem is so low right now that socializing, being out in public looking like this, I just don't have the confidence to do it. And when I think back all the way to when I was a child, I don't think I've ever been happy or settled, and I don't think I've ever had any control over my life. I've experienced so many traumatic events seemingly non-stop throughout my childhood and adulthood. There's just been too many to even start talking about here and listing here, but I'm sure I'll share them with you guys in future videos. But despite everything life threw at me, I've always somehow managed to remain full of energy, upbeat, cheerful, confident, and hopeful, or I used to be. But each traumatic event compounded the stress and wore down my resilience. And resilience is not limitless. So after hanging on and keeping myself together, after trying so very hard, despite everything, to make something of myself, and I really tried. I tried to build a career. I tried to build a life. After all the non-stop traumatic events and stressful situations that I've been through, finally the corporate world and the toxic people within it put the final nail in my resilience coffin and broke me. So I've been diagnosed with major depressive disorder and severe anxiety, and I suffer from anxiety, panic attacks, and signs of abandonment issues. So to summarize, I'm financially broke, physically and emotionally broken, and I've got no skills, no friends, and I look like shit. So it's pretty clear that I've utterly and completely failed in every aspect of my life, physically, financially, mentally, socially, and emotionally. Well then, what a jolly video this is turning out to be. Don't worry, it's going to get better. It's going to be more cheerful towards the end. Promise. Okay, so we've clearly established what an absolute failure is and looks like. But what does successful look like? The definition of successful is achieving the result wanted or hoped for, or having achieved a lot, become popular, and or made a lot of money. Think Chris Evans, Tom Hiddleston, Serena Williams, Roger Federer, Casey Neistat, Jessica Alba, or Beyonce. They're all extremely successful people at the pinnacle of their industries: acting, filmmaking, sport, music, and business. They are all literally the living definition of successful. Having achieved a lot, which they all have, becoming popular, which they all are, and or making a lot of money, which they all definitely have. And most importantly, the wealth that they have achieved as a byproduct of their success enables them to have a lot more control and freedom over their lives and the choices that they make. And I am literally the furthest you can possibly be away from their level of success, achievement, wealth, control, and freedom. However, there is one thing that I have in common with these people, which is pretty surprising, right? That I have anything in common with these people. But I do. We were all born in 1981. As of the day I'm making this video, we're all 41 years old. I can't believe I am the same age as this list of amazingly successful people. I have been on planet Earth the exact same length of time, and yet we are so far apart in every aspect of our lives. I mean, Chris Evans, freaking Captain America, is only 2 months older than me. So what does this have to do with anything? Well, seeing how infinitely ahead in life they all are than me, within the same lifespan, it makes me wonder, is it possible to even catch up with them? So here's my real challenge to myself, and I don't know what's going to happen. In 950 days, how much can I improve my life? Health, wealth, skills, my knowledge, my mindset. Can I, starting at rock bottom, catch up with Chris Evans? I mean, Chris Evans is fit, handsome, he still looks like he's in his freaking 30s. His net worth, approximately according to the internet, is $80 million. He's got multiple skills and talents, an awesome body of work, and he's respected and admired by many. And no, I don't want to be a movie star. I'm not trying to be an Avenger. When I say I want to catch up to Chris Evans, I don't want to actually be Chris Evans. But following the guidelines of the 950 Challenge, which is a 950-day challenge which I've created to improve your health, wealth, skills, knowledge, and mindset, can I become equally as fit, wealthy, and successful, but in my own way, as my fellow 1981ers? Can I become as creative as Casey Neistat, charismatic as Tom Hiddleston, as athletic as Roger Federer and Serena Williams? Can I become as successful as an entrepreneur as Jessica Alba and Beyonce? I can tell you now, I can't sing, so that is one thing I'm not even going to attempt to do. But what I am going to do is share with you how the 950 Challenge works, the key to success, my whole journey, and everything from my daily average income, my fitness journey, the skills I'm gaining, the knowledge I'm learning, but most importantly, how I'm going to fix my mental health and my mindset to finally unlock and reach my full potential. I've spent the last 4 years figuring out exactly why I failed and why people fail where others succeed. I'm developing the 950 Challenge to be sort of like a roadmap and road rules for life. So even if you have been through hell and you have no guidance, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s or 50s, it doesn't matter. You're going to be able to reach your full potential. It's still a work in progress, but when I finalize it, it's going to be a comprehensive, no BS, actionable, practical self-improvement challenge, and I'm going to be the guinea pig testing it. I have to be honest with you guys, I am so tired of failing. I'm exhausted, just no more. As of today, the 30th of October 2022, I am done with toxic people. I am done being controlled by my past no more. I am going to be a success. Do you know, I can't wait to look back in 950 days and see how far along I've come. So if you want to see how far I managed to get, follow along with my challenge. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.